Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, friends and families. Hope this video meets you in the best state of mind and iman. Welcome back to my channel. Children are gifts from Almighty Allah, and it is important we train them in the best of ways. We train them in the way of Islam by instilling the love of the deen in their hearts at an early age. So introducing our children to Islam can be a fulfilling and enlightening journey when we do it the right way. So I'll be sharing some tips on how to introduce children to Islam. And the first thing is we should build a connection with Almighty Allah. The first step to introduce your kids to Islam is to build a strong connection with Allah. We should begin by teaching our children the fundamental beliefs of Islam, such as the oneness of Allah, which is the Tawheed, the prophethood of Muhammad and other prophet as well. We should also teach our children the importance of prayer, the importance of charity, fasting, and pilgrimage. We should tell our kids about how merciful and loving Allah is and how He loves kids. We should tell them about the attributes of Allah. We teach them the 99 beautiful names of Allah. We should also tell them about all the blessings of Allah and how He has created the universe for mankind. We should tailor all this explanation to the child's age and level of understanding so they understand perfectly what we are telling them. We should also use simple language and relatable examples to pass this message to our children. And with this way, the child we can make our kids to bond with Allah and attract them to Islam. The second thing is to tell them about the young companions of Allah, because kids learn through motivation. Like when you tell them that some cousin or friends of theirs scored the highest in the class and they got something, a reward for it, they are most likely to also want to try their best to be better. So we can also tell our kids about the young Sahaba who joined the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, on his journey to Islam. Like Ali ibn Abu Talib was only 10 years old when he accepted Islam, same as Uqba ibn Hamir, who was 14 years old, and Jabir bin Abdullah was 15 years of age. This would motivate them to be among the people who started the journey on Islam, their journey on the path of Islam at a very young age. We should also try as much as possible to make this introduction fun, because the more you engage your children in the activities and make it fun, the more they become passionate about learning about the religion of Islam. It is also recommended to teach our kids Quran recitation and memorization in an enjoyable way. We should use creative methods such as the storytelling, role-playing games, arts and crafts to make learning about Islam enjoyable and engaging for children. We should also do what we preach, because we often forget that children follow what they see more than what they are told. So if you tell your child to pray 5 times a day, but you fail to do it yourself, it is most likely such a child would not even listen to you. So if you're teaching your girl child to observe the hijab, and you as the mother, you're not wearing the hijab, there is no way the child would listen to you. So if you want your child to wear the hijab, you as the mother should also be wearing the hijab. So you should be an example of the Quranic teachings yourself, because it is the best way to tell your child about Islam. We should also teach children the importance of good character and morals based on Islamic teachings. We should emphasize qualities like honesty, kindness, generosity, and compassion. And we should use examples from the life of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We should share simple hadiths. We should illustrate important principles of Islam. Like now, for example, there is this hadith that says, the best among you are those who have the best manners and character. So we should emphasize the importance of good conduct to our child at an early age. Also, we should teach our children how to make dua, because making dua is an essential part of Islam, and it's a powerful weapon for every true believer. So it is important to instill the habit of making dua in our children at an early age. We should teach our children to constantly ask Allah and make dua. We should also help them memorize dua to use in their daily life, because there is actually a dua for everything. There is a dua for traveling, for eating, for waking up, for going to sleep, for putting on new clothes. We should always teach our children the dua And we should remind them to always say this dua only to Allah. They should only ask Allah for His help. We should also get a customized prayer mat and Islamic books to read. Like now, when you want your child to be consistent with praying Salat, it is important to have a customized prayer mat for that child, because children are usually excited when they get gifts from their parents. When you know how excited your child would be when you buy them her new clothes. It's the same thing we should also do. We should get them a customized prayer mat. They'll be excited to use this prayer mat to pray, because Salat is an integral part of Islam, and it is a compulsory act that differentiates a believer from a non-believer. You can only be a Muslim when you offer Salat. So we should always teach our children to develop interest in Salat by getting them a customized prayer mat that they would love to use. When a child has his own prayer mat, it shows that they are big enough to have things of their own and take responsibility for praying properly. We can also get a separate prayer corner for the children, and also have the Quran along with the prayer mat. These things would excite a child to pray, and also learn more about the religion of Islam. We should also try as much as possible to send our children to the masjids. Many people would or places do not appreciate kids in the masjid because of the noise, because they play too much. But Islam appreciates it. It enables kids to learn discipline and pray like everyone else. When they interact with other kids of their age and exchange thoughts, this adds to the Islamic treasure. It adds to the Islamic knowledge as well. We should also explain the pillars of Islam and articles of faith to our children at an early age, because this is the foundation of Islam. When they know the pillars of Islam and they know the articles of faith, it builds a strong foundation of Islam in their heart. We should also tell our kids the stories of the prophets. The stories of the prophets, they are vital parts of Islam, and it's important to teach our children about the life stories of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, Prophet Isa, Prophet Musa, Prophet Sulaiman, how they fought against the cruelty of disbelievers, how they are trustworthy and patient in times of trials. We should teach them about the stories of the prophet, and they can learn valuable lessons about faith, about patience, about perseverance from them. While sharing the stories of the prophet, we should also help our children memorize short surahs like Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas, Surah Al-Kawthar. We should also explain the meanings and the significance of those surahs in their daily lives. And we should remember that introducing our children to Islam is a gradual process. It is important to be patient and consistent in our efforts. We should not just start and then give up. We should also nurture their love, the love of Allah in their hearts. And also we should tell them we can help them develop a strong connection to their faith. May Allah make our children righteous servants of His. And may Allah bless those who seek the fruit of the womb with righteous offsprings. We should always pray for our children. There is this prayer, Rabbi Jihalni Mukim as-Salah, wa min zurriyyati rabbana wa taqabbal du'a. We should always say this prayer every day. We make sincere dua to Allah, because He is the one who has blessed us with these children. We should ask Him to help us train them in the best of ways. May Allah make our children steadfast upon His religion and make us better parents to them as well. Jazakumullah khairan for listening to this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like and comment as well. I will see you in my next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.